Hey fellas, your commissioner here, coming at you for a little week one of NFL action. Hey fellas, your commissioner here, coming at you for a little week five of NFL action. Here in Oklahoma City since Sunday. As you can probably tell, I look like shit, feel like shit, allergies, full swing. A lot of late nights, but hey, that's baseball. That's baseball. So, hey fellas, your commissioner here, coming at you for a little week six of NFL action. As you can see, I'm in another new wild and wacky location. Hey fellas, your commissioner here, coming at you for a little week eight. Excuse me, of NFL action. We're back in the flesh, back in another remote, exotic location, as you can see, in sunny Seattle. It's a beautiful day out here. You can see, oh, look at all those fall colors. Isn't it beautiful? Wilson would just love this, I guarantee it. Hey fellas, your commissioner here, coming at you for a little week week nine of NFL action. New location yet again. New house who dis. You can see the telly there. Obviously the garage is still full of a lot of stuff, so having to park it out on the driveway like a poor. Hey fellas, your commissioner here, coming at you for a little week 12 of NFL action. As you can see here, I got a little bit of a different attire. Hey, go Colts, right? He's good players. Got really good players on the Colts, especially this guy. Really good players. We'll get into that when we get into it. A little bit more on that later. If you're not watching, if you're not tuned in, you're missing out on a great 30 to 45 minutes worth of enjoyment. I really feel quite sorry for you, to be honest. So there's Erica, her first appearance. Yep, there she is, looking fly, fresh. Hey fellas, your commissioner here and Mrs. Commish here, coming at you for a little week three of NFL action. All right. All right, go watch your show. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. You can tell who had some margaritas too, right? Hey, happiness can be found in the darkest of times. If you only remember to turn on the light. Harry Potter, right? Great book series, great film series. We'll start off here as we always do. Hogs eked out a victory. Quite garbage game, to be quite honest. Hey, there's Erica. You see her lights there? Let's see if you can see her pull up in the driveway. Yep, there it is. The Mazda CX-5. Team of solid guys, and then Lamar, you get that elite guy. Hey, there's Erica. Kind of scared the shit out of me, to be honest. Huh? I can't see you. You want me to turn the light on? Yeah. All right. Yeah, first guest appearance. Can you not? You can see you can see. You look like a ghost. They can see me? Yeah, I can see you on this. Yeah, you got yeah. Now I can. Huh? Yeah, that's you. Yeah. How about that? I know Connor will appreciate that, right? Numbers guy. So, hey, there she is in the flesh. So, got silk press, got her hair done. Yeah, it's long. What?
Well, yes. Look at how long my hair is, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, can y'all believe this?
Yeah.
Like, this is all me, y'all. This is
all natural.
Hair. All natural.
Yeah.
It's super long.
Yeah.
But anyways, get back to what you were saying.
Yeah, I mean, for Blaine, he's got 1362.99 against, right? So, and Blaine's 4-6, and Wilson's 5-5. I mean, that's the difference right there. Really, that was points against. For Savoy, not good, right? 85. 85 points. Jaden Daniels, nothing. But ultimately, what that trade ended up doing for me is it gave me the power to take DK Metcalf. Because if I didn't make that trade, there's a very, very strong possibility, whether anybody thinks that or not, that Josh would have taken DK and I would have been forced to take Michael Pittman. And I didn't want Michael Pittman because I knew he's not good because Anthony Richards can't throw the ball. Okay? So it's one of the... And plus I got Brock Bowers. I mean, come on. Right? I know my white tight ends. Right? 2 years in a row. Rookie white tight ends. I got them.
And quarterbacks.
Well, I don't do... Well, who's my quarterback now? I guess it's Baker and Justin Herbert.
You always get white quarterbacks.
The running quarterbacks, just, I like traditional, right? Pocket passer.
And
right?
that's why you're not going to be as great as your team could be.
Speaking of running quarterbacks, Connor, not a great week for him, but still 132. I mean, that's a bad week for him, right? Some teams would kill to get 132 points. Jalen Hurts, obviously, has been on quite the tear. 38 points. 40 points, 45 points, the last 3 weeks. He's just dominating. He's getting at least one rushing touchdown every single week. This week he got another 2 rushing touchdowns. I feel so bad for Saquon. They get down there to the new earrings. Yep. This was the most action on any player this week. Nick was in for 5. Hawk's in for 4. Duncan's in for 2. Blaine was in for 1. JD picks up Geno Smith for 7, only person in on him. Maybe with Geno, he's been pretty good, honestly. I just chose to go in a different direction. I wasn't really liking what I was seeing with his matchups and the buys and DK being out, but DK's back. What are you doing? Nobody needs to be seeing that.
I was just trying to see if he really chose one there to show up.
I don't know which one it is. All right, yeah. It's just for me. They don't get to see that.
It's nothing to see. It's just shorts.
Okay, you know what you're doing. All right, let's not get it twisted. Okay. Yeah, you can come on in. It's time.
You're not my boss.
Step into my office.
You're not my boss.
I said, yeah, I'd be open to that, depending on the terms, and. It was weird. I was randomly thinking about. I was actually thinking about a day or two ago about a trade between Wilson and I. Didn't reach out to him. Didn't talk to him. Just kind of kept it up here. I didn't think that it would work. I didn't think it would fit our needs. Right. I told him, hey, I'm trying to upgrade wide receiver. I'm not sure that this makes sense for me. I'm not sure it makes sense for you because it's Sutton or Judy, right? Maybe I'll add Bucky to the trade. Right? Potentially. So Judy and Bucky, right, for Saquon. Just spitballing terms. The commish wore his jersey to the draft. This guy's got to be good, right? The commish doesn't buy jerseys of bums. I don't have a Juju Smith-Schuster jersey in my closet. I don't have a Calvin Ridley jersey in my closet. I don't have a Treylon Burks jersey in my closet. Right? Elite guys. Game-winning, league-winning guys. I was probably not going to start either of these 2 guys the rest of the season. I've been trying to flip JT for weeks. For as much as I want to say that this is a nice, fair, even deal, this took no time at all for me to think through. This took no time. It's Saquon Barkley. Come here. What do you
do?
Yeah. So here, right? So an unbiased opinion, right? What do we think about Saquon Barkley and Keenan Allen for Jerry Jeudy and Jonathan Taylor?
I definitely think it's a steal deal.
For who?
For you.
Oh.
But I think he's also getting a good player in Jerry Jeudy. I don't know about JT. And I don't know about Keenan Allen. I mean, I feel like they're pretty equal, but I don't think Saquon and Jeudy are equal. But he's still getting a good player. I don't know what Jeudy has done this season. It's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad, except for last week.
This looks so ugly, though. I do not like this.
You don't like Sleeper? Yeah, you like
ESPN. ESPN looks
yeah, this is what Jonathan Taylor's done.
So Jonathan Taylor's not as bad.
Yes. Here's what Saquon has done.
It's
1, 1, 3, 1, 2.
Okay, what about Keenan Allen? He's not that good.
Not been very good at all.
So, I think I told John earlier before I knew all this that I thought it was going to be 50-50. Close to 50-50, not 50-50. It was going to be leaning towards John, obviously, but it's not leaning towards John by much, is the way I look at it.
But still leaning towards me.
Yeah, still leaning towards you. But, Saquon, knock on wood, sorry, don't want to burst your bubble.
He could get hurt.
He could get hurt. He gets injured all the time. So.
He could get hurt, right? You never know. Argument. You never know. Anybody could get hurt, right? And that's why, you can't judge trades right away, right, guys? But now, I will admit, on paper, right now, as things stand today, it's pretty much a smash success for keeping the faith. So, famous last words. Without further ado, let's just go ahead and start with the Curse of the 101, Taylor's version, the commish, picking 101 for the third time in league history. I believe that's the most of any owner has ever had 101. Optimistic. Optimistic commish, right? Early season commish. Happy, life is great, you know what I mean? Boy, did I forget how much I hate drafting on the turn. And, I toyed around. I really need a wide receiver. Should I take Tyreek? It's going to be Tyreek. I'm going to take Tyreek, right? I got to take Tyreek. He's my boy. Yeah, I mean, he's the only reason my team won any games last year, right? Maybe CD. The contract. I've been there, led Bell, done that. Not fan. And then, old reliable. CMC. A guy who dragged a mediocre cast-off owner and Mr. Dylan Shade to a 2 seed and a berth in the championship game. Well, shit, if he can do that for that guy, he can do that for me, right? Anyways, I hated this team coming out of the draft. Hated it. I'm pretty sure every time I draft 101, I hate my team. Probably most drafts, really, I hate my team. To me, those people didn't watch the game. You saw the end result, and that's what you're basing your assessment off of. If you watch the game, this is a game that you should win. This is a game that good teams find a way to win, and it's just a broken record. It's just a broken record. This is a time and time and time again, outside of maybe 1 year, we don't find ways to win. We find ways to lose. And that's exactly what happened. And, this team is certainly better, I think, than the teams over the last couple seasons. But at the same time, it's limited. It's limited in what it can be. It's encouraging. I mean, the team is exciting. It is fun. It's just frustrating, undisciplined. So here's the thing. If either CMC or JT get hurt, I'm done. All right? It's over. The team's done with. All right? Dog shit, fall down, wake up in the emergency room, throw up all over yourself, piss yourself. Team of the week, Curse of the 101, Taylor's version. And boy, howdy, is the Curse of the 101 alive and well. Christian McCaffrey, right? Christian McCaffrey. This guy, I'm expected to play. John Lynch, we expect him to play. No setbacks. All of a sudden, about 5:30, 6 o'clock, whatever, on Monday night, Monday early evening, Christian McCaffrey's out. And it's not just a calf issue. He has Achilles tendonitis, which is something that just doesn't go away. It can flare up, and then it cannot, and it can come back, and it can go away, and it could take 3 months. It could take a year. It could take your whole fucking life. Basically until your Achilles finally pops, says, throws a white flag, I've had enough, boom, I'm done. I'm out. Goff kind of pissed down his leg on Sunday night. JT 16 for 48. This is what's going to happen all season. Chris Godwin was the only person on the team. Got to get your guy, my guy, Chris Godwin, who gave a shit at all this week. At all! The only person at all on my team who cared was Chris Godwin. Thank God for Chris Godwin. Just not great. It's just not great. It's not good. It's not great. It's bad. It's bad. I don't see any relief on the horizon. The third highest scoring team on the week in the curse of the 101. Doesn't find a way to win. Falls to 0-2. Connor goes to 2-0. What are you going to do? Hey, you score a lot of points. You got to score the most points to win, obviously, right? You got to score. If you don't score the most points, you lose, right? I mean, that's just numbers, right? I'm not a numbers guy. Connor's a numbers guy, clearly, right? I mean, fucking Devon Achane on Thursday night. This guy's got a fucking high ankle sprain. No, he's fine. Career high in touches. 33.5 points for Devon Achane. Force feed the ball to Malik, and sure enough, 31.7 points. I mean, he hit 18 targets. He had a 73% target share or something like that. That's never happened in history, I don't think. JJ had a 97-yard touchdown. I mean, basically all of his production was off of one play. He got fucking 17 points almost off of one play. One. Jalen Hurts on Monday night, 35 points. I mean, he finally figured out that he can run again. He had 183 yards passing, and he gets 35 points. What am I supposed to do? I mean, London got a touchdown, 18 points. Trey McBride got a fumble recovery touchdown for 20 points. It's not great, obviously, right? It's not great. Brock Bowers and Chris Godwin are the only people on my team who give a fuck. That's it. You know what I mean? Ladd came crashing back down to reality in a blowout of Carolina. Bucky, nothing, 7 for 22, garbage. Jared Goff doesn't know how to throw the ball. I mean, it's shit. My average points is 14 as well, so I guess why I'm 0-2, right? Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason, 18 points. That'd be nice to have. I still would have lost, but that'd be nice to have, wouldn't it? I got Pierce Strong instead, cut. Didn't even think about Jordan Mason. Just didn't even think about him. Just didn't even think about him. Oh, it'd be nice just for once for things to go right for the old commish, wouldn't it? Pretty bad week overall for the league, despite scoring feeling like it was up this week. So I guess it was just me, right? Lucky commish. I would have beat 9 teams. There's only 2 teams that would have beat me this week. Only 2. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Am I right? Right? I mean, 0-2. Hey, 0-4 makes the playoffs 2 years in a row. And then I took 3 quarterbacks for some reason. Once again, my decision to not start Baker Mayfield cost me a win. And Justin Herbert, and all he's done for me the last few weeks is 20 points, 22, 12 points, 23. He had those couple good games, and he sold me hook, line, and sinker. I bought it like the sucker that I am. I continue to get less than 20 points from quarterback for the last 5 seasons, I feel like. I don't score at the quarterback position. It's a unique challenge I keep putting myself in year after year. You would think I would start to be getting good at it. But a lot of it just kind of comes down to luck whenever you're having to pick guys up off the waiver wire. You can do process all day long. And at the end of the day, this is a results league, and you don't know what the results are going to be until the games are over, right? So you just got to keep relying on process, and hopefully eventually it wins out. But knowing me, it usually doesn't. My analytical, I stopped thinking with my heart, right? Like I tell you all the time, you can't play this game with your heart, right? You're going to lose. I play this game with my heart all the time, and I lose. I'm a fucking loser. I stink all the time because I play with my heart instead of using brain and logic, right? Sometimes the logic doesn't work either. But the heart hurts you. The heart will hurt you the most. Heart will hurt you than this. At least this, you can say, hey, listen, I followed the data, I followed the numbers. It just didn't work out this time. That's okay, right? The heart's like, well, I knew it was probably not a good decision. So, everybody was hyped about the Carson Steele. I mean, he's not going to do shit. It's cool. He's a cool story, right? He's not going to do shit during the season. It's probably the fucking Stocks to the moon now for Carson Steele. This is going to be on the best of too when Carson Steele is the RB5 at the end of the year. Obviously, Steele sweepstakes, right? Stop the steal, right? Carson Steele, the big bell of the ball. I put my nuts on the table for him. I didn't want him. I don't believe in this guy at all. I don't think he's going to be good. I think he might get maybe 6-7 points a game, but it's probably going to be a three-headed monster. It's running back. They're probably just going to throw 60 times a game. But I need running backs. I didn't have a choice. My hands were tied. All right. And I want him. $59. Carson Steele, negative 0.4 points. This is a guy that I spent over 50% of my fab budget on, almost $60. And he had a decent game last week. This week he got 2 carries, 6 yards, fumbled the ball, and basically never saw the field again. And Mason just continues to get the production that should be mine, should be what CMC is doing for me, instead of me having to start bullshit dumb players like Carson Steele, who gets negative points. That's just not how the game goes for me. That's just not how it goes, right? These are the dumb moves that I make, guys. This is what I'm talking about. I don't know when to leave well enough alone. I don't know when to hold them. I don't know when to fold them. And I make dumb decisions like this. And it's cost me every year since 2015. Faith was decimated. Faith was destroyed. It was lost. Thought that the name change, the rebrand, would bring me some of the same success and luck as it has an owner or two in this league. Not the case. Anyway, my team's dead. Whatever. It's always exciting to see people score a lot of points. I just wish I could do it sometimes too. It's so cool, but I can't. So we're on the revenge tour. We're on the running back revenge tour these last couple weeks for old Commish. DeAndre Swift skull fucked me last week with 30 points. Javonte, 18 is not terrible, but 18 out of the flex is pretty good. All these guys who I believed in these guys. I believed in them. I gave them I believed in them when no one else did, and they let me down. And now these other people, these other commissioners, or not commissioners, these other owners are getting to reap the rewards of these guys. It's not right. It's not fair, damn it. But you know what? That's life, right? Isn't fantasy just a perfect microcosm of life? Life isn't fair. Life is hard. Somebody else comes in, does half the work, half the effort, and they get all the praise and all the awards, right? That's just how shit goes, right? That's just how shit goes. And you can either live with it and just understand that's the way things go, or you can let it destroy you from the inside out. Take your guess on how it's going for me. I'll let you choose your own adventure there, guys. All right. Quarterback gone. I only started one running back. He's gone. One of my starting wide receivers dead. Another one gone. Yeah. My roster from week 1 to now looks extremely different than what it did. So hopefully that helps. Basically, I feel pretty good. If I win one out of these last 2, about being in. It's kind of one of those things. The last several years, old Kanish, he's controlled his destiny for the most part, and it's usually not gone well. It's usually not gone well. And it's we'll see. We'll see. Is this team? If any team is the team, man, this team's clicking. So I could be the 2 seed and I could be the 7 seed, sitting my ass on the sidelines out of the playoffs. Isn't that something? Talk about the range of outcomes. I've got the biggest spread. Anytime I need help from other people on the final week typically I don't do the job myself. That's anytime I do have a chance to control my faith, I don't do it. Okay, point blank. And anytime that I need help from other people to overcome that, it doesn't work. It doesn't happen for me. Okay, so it's scary. Scary, right? At the end of the day, the fantasy gods are going to put in who they feel is most deserving and most worthy of having that privilege and that honor of being in the playoffs. People that they don't feel like deserve that privilege and that honor, okay, flashing neon sign, they will do everything in their fucking power to make sure that that person or people never make it to the playoffs. Ever. Not for maybe twice out of the last 10 years have some of these people made the playoffs despite doing the right thing or what they think is the right thing every fucking day, every week, sitting down here, bearing your guts and your heart and your soul and your tears and your blood for this. For nothing. Ultimately nothing, right? That there was a very, very, very real possibility that I was going to be one and done in the playoffs. People thought my team was a damn world beaters 3 weeks ago whenever I made a trade with Wilson. And this is why you don't fucking bitch and moan and cry about trades before the season is fully played out. Because as good as that shit looked on paper, what happens? Dog shit, throw up all over themselves, scar up their face, end up in the emergency room, piss their pants, team of the week, keeping the faith. The faith is gone. The faith is dead. It's done. It's over. All right? 113.85 points in a game that I was desperate to win. I needed to control my own faith because time and time again in this league, it's been proven to me that you can't rely on anybody in this league to do something for you because it won't work. It won't happen. If both of those guys lose, then I've got to win to get in because I'm not going to catch Blaine because Blaine's got a fucking juggernaut of a team. All right. And what does my team do? What does my team? Obviously, I'm down. Stop. Oh, sleeper. I don't care about picks. I want to disable that. Go back to the game. Thank you. I'm down Cortland Sutton. He's on bye. I lose Christian McCaffrey for the season. I basically had him for 2.5 games all year, and he doesn't do anything really in those games of note. I can't hit on my first round pick. I hit one time. It was last year, Tyreek. All right. My second round pick, DK Metcalf, is averaging 10 points a damn game this season. 10 points. This guy was a second round pick. This guy's on a contract year. He's done nothing all season. Whether that's Geno, whether that's him just sucking, whether it's teams trying to take him away, I don't know, but it's not been good enough. And Lad McConkey, finally, he's had injuries all year. He finally decides this is the week I'm tapping out, coach. I can't do it anymore. I can't. I've given everything. I've given too much. He's gone, right? I finally start Keenan Allen. He's had, the last 3 weeks on my fucking bench. The last 24 and 25. What happens whenever I start him this week? 7.5, right? Who could have seen that coming? This guy, all right? I got this world beater, Saquon Barkley, the number one player in fantasy, right? He's playing the worst rush defense in the league. They should dominate him. They're going to win by 45 points. No, they're in a slog fest. They can't get off the field on third down. Carolina has the ball all fucking game, and Saquon barely cracked 17 points. I'm forced to start a guy like Josh Palmer. Josh Palmer was my third highest skill player this week. That just tells you the state of the commission's team. Brock Bowers, nothing. Michael Mayer had fucking 7 catches. Brock can't hardly get 3. Bucky's back. Oh, my back. You're freaking 22 years old. You don't have back problems. Get your ass in the game. Because that's directly him being out. JD doesn't win this game without Bucky being out. Point blank, period. Rashad White doesn't have 27 points if Bucky plays the full game. And all of this stems back from 2 weeks ago whenever dumbass Todd Bowles puts his starting running back on kickoff return right before halftime, has Bucky run out of kick, and he hurts his hip and his back for no fucking reason. Because this is what Todd Bowles does. He just gets my players hurt and injured with his inept coaching. And not to be lost in all this, Duncan had a really nice week. 152. You know, it just is what it is, guys. I mean, this is just my lot in life. I'm Jeff Fisher. I mean, if it's not Craig, it's me. Really, it really is. And as well as I draft in the middle to late rounds, you can't win. Your team won't do shit if you're not getting talent, elite talent, at the top of the draft, the top 3 rounds, right? You know, DK's done nothing all season. He's had maybe 2 good games, right? Christian McCaffrey has basically not played all season. And the fact that I'm even 7-7, it's a fucking miracle. It's a miracle. If I didn't draft Bucky, if I didn't draft Ladd, if I didn't draft Sutton, if I didn't draft Brock Bowers, you know, this team would be horse ass. This team would be 4-10 like Rip. But I'm sick of just being good enough, right? I'm tired of it. And I don't know what it's going to take, what's going to need to happen. I've repented for my sins. If this goes back to me yelling about Christian Kirk is so fucking good in Craig's living room, you know, that time should be past by now. Where's the statute of limitations, guys? Where is it? I need to see it. I need it to be done. I can't be released from this prison. And it's probably a prison of my own creation, you know? And, like I said, everything that could have gone wrong this week, as so often happens, as I so often find myself in this fucking position towards the last couple of weeks of the regular season almost every year, things don't work out for me. Period. Ever. They just don't. They don't. It's like clockwork. I know every season, if I'm not in the playoffs, clinched by the last couple of weeks, I will not be in the playoffs. Period. That is a hypothesis that has been proven and tested time after time after time. And you know what? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the conclusion that's been drawn from this hypothesis. All right? And how's it going to turn around? I have no fucking clue. Will it ever turn around? Probably not. So, whatever. And then our other game, their dog shit matchup, throw up all over themselves. Just shit, fucking bullshit. Shit. Shit for brains. Matchup of the week, team of the week, keeping the faith. The faith is dead. The faith is gone. There's nothing to believe in. There's nothing to believe in anymore, except my own ineptitude. 104 points, back-to-back weeks, basically below 115 after I'd been averaging like 160 for the 3 weeks prior to that. Missed my projection by a cool 60 points. And, I'd like to say that I am doing this for content. I'm doing this for the amusement of the league, to keep people talking. But it's not. It's none of those things. It turns out I'm just not really good at playing this game. I'm not really good at setting lineups. I'm not really good at drafting early. But the 6, it's scary, right? You see those red numbers. The red numbers are scary. I get scared by them. They give me bad feelings. And really where it went all downhill was Ladd, he's back. He's so good. He's back, And when will I learn my lesson of a slow slot guy having a good game against Ford and me yelling and telling the world about it? I don't think I'm ever going to learn my lesson, to be quite honest with you. I just don't. And whether that's the the genesis of the bad luck that I've faced over the last almost 10 years now. I have no idea. But, I don't want it to get twisted that, yes, I'm a dumbass and I make terrible decisions on a weekly basis in this game. But it's just, my bench is dog shit. Talk about, hey, hand up. My bench sucks. I went from having one of the deepest teams in the league to by far one of the thinnest. I've just got a bunch of, handcuff guys that are worthless, So it's not good. It's not good. C-. Not a good draft for the commish. Moving on here, the father figures. Josh Ford, I think, actually maybe had probably his best draft in recent memory. Ford, I feel like, has gotten stronger and more invested in the league ever since he had his child a couple years ago. But, of course, wanted to make sure he had a very strong running back room, right, as Josh always does. Strong strength, Gus Bus, Zeus, bowling people over to get the triple stack. The Live Moss Mile for 4 days. I would be remiss if I didn't bring that up. I can't believe I almost forgot it. The triple stack made me think of food, Taco Bell, boom, making connections. Credit for Ford, he kind of bitched and moaned about it a month or so ago. And finally, he realized it was a losing battle. He said, you know what, I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to complain about it anymore. And I thought he did it valiantly. He jogged the whole time. He wasn't walking. He wasn't half-assing. Full effort. Well, not full effort probably, but full effort for Ford. Right? I get it. He's a big guy. He doesn't run, and he just housed that food. We got him the Mexican pizza. We got him the Chalupa Supreme. We got him the Crunchwrap Supreme. We got him the five-layer cheesy burrito, a large Baja Blast, Senna sticks, or Senna twists. He just housed it all, held it in. Felt like shit probably for about a day, full 24 hours, but purged the demons from his system and maybe really cleansed him, cleansed his spirit and allowed him to have this well of a draft that he had. Because honestly, this team I think might be the second or third best team on paper, definitely top 3 team I think on paper. I'm sure that's not going to come back to bite me in the best of 2025, right? Whenever we're saying, oh, Ford's going to be great, and then horse ass, bitch boy, shit ass. And Ford was in for 1. Ford, you got to open up that checkbook, brother. I feel like Ford always has the most fab left at the end of the season because he's not a big spender. He's a very frugal guy. I understand probably being a firefighter, you want to. You certainly don't get paid what you're worth. I'm going to tell you that right now, all right? Thank you for your service, Josh, all right? Whatever they pay you, it's not enough. You save lives on a daily basis, whether you're out in the field or you're just sitting around, eating and cooking and cleaning. I tell you what, I think I said this on another video, but if you want your bacon cooked right, you go to Josh Ford. He'll cook your bacon up right, all right? Not crispy, not raw, all right? Just the perfect texture, the perfect cook on bacon. Some of the best I've ever had. From Josh Ford over draft weekend. I'm not even exaggerating there. So, Josh, even if you missed out on a lot of these big guys, at least you have that in your back pocket, all right? I want you to take some solace in that fact, all right? You got some damn fine bacon making skills, all right? Ford in for 1. Like he was going to go for that, you idiot. Josh, idiot. Ford's team's not been good. It's not. Zamir, that running back room is dog dick. Ford. He needs running back depth. He won't do it. He won't trade. You guys know this. Ford's been hurt too many times, and so, he takes that as well. I'm just never going to trade again, so I can't be hurt again. And instead, he is going to be hurt, just not by trading. He's going to be hurt by having a dog shit roster. I'm trying to think, I texted Ford a couple times. He just leaves me on red. He's not he's not serious about winning. He's not a serious person. You hate to see that, but that's the life he chooses to live. Yeah, I mean, oh, yikes. Ford's going to have to, ooh, fuck. Oh, boy, Ford. He's cruising for a bruising. He is not going to crack 100 points this week. Boy, brother. That's tough. That's a tough pill to swallow. And Pittman's questionable. Devontae's questionable. CD's questionable. Oh, brother. Ford's projected to win 142 to 114, which is quite laughable that Ford's projected to score that many points. Josh Ford, the father figures, 97.75 points. This is what Josh loves to do. He's back to his roots, you know? He's back to his roots, scoring below. This guy, no team scored less than 100 points more times last season than the father figures, Josh Ford, you know? So it's something he loved to see. It feels home. It just feels good. It just feels right. You know what I mean? It's funny. It's kind of telling to me a lot of the guys who comprise Ford's roster kind of tells me a lot about his tastes. You know, a little bit of a little smaller guy. You know what I mean? Maybe a little bit of an otter or whatever that's called. You know, I don't know if the T word is politically correct or politically appropriate. So I won't say it, but maybe like a very famous Little Debbie snack, one of the most famous Little Debbie snacks, maybe, and you just drop the IES at the end. You know what I mean? Maybe that's more Ford's taste. It seems to be, just looking at his roster composition, that might be the way that he likes things, maybe, which makes sense because Ford's obviously a very big, very powerful, very large man, right? And so obviously, you know, opposites attract. So I think it might make perfect sense there. Ford's team's going to go as the Cowboys go, right? I mean, to be that heavily invested in an offense, they need to be top 4, top 3 probably in the league, maybe top 5. Because if they're bad, right, if Dak shatters his ankle again, or heaven forbid, right, it's not going to go well. It's not going to go well. Dak's the catalyst. If Dak can repeat the success he had last season, Ford is going to compete for a title. If he can't, it might be competing for horse ass again, right? So, but we'll give Ford a solid. We'll give him a B+. Next here we got kickers' lives don't matter. Kickers' lives do matter. I'm sorry. Whoops. Duncan, the horse ass, the bitch boy horse ass. Titles are still in flux with all of those positions. You know, for Duncan, apparently his weekend ranged anywhere from, you know, pissing on the wall to making trannies, you know, passing out on one of the pool chairs and popping a screw loose. So, you know, and almost beating me his first game ever playing college football 25. No allergic reaction this year. So, you know, that's a step in the right direction. The team, I don't know if it was a step in the right direction, though, from horse ass, right? That Tua Tyreek stack, you're going to love it. Duncan, I'm so happy for you. You're going to love that stack, all right? It treated me so well last year. Won me so many games. Definitely just gets better as the season progresses as well. So you're going to love that. You're going to love that. Obviously for Duncan, huge loss, right? Losing his starting quarterback, Tua, only 12 points before he gets knocked out of the game with his 5th or 40th concussion in the last 5 years. And he's 6 catches for 22 yards. Blah! Blah! Garbage. Kelsey just he's had the talent and soul just sucked out of him by Taylor Swift. Damn, Duncan's projection was 151. It was 157. He scored 86 points. 86. What is that? That's like 80 points almost under projected. That might be a league record. Nobody might touch that the whole season. Holy shit. Duncan's team is on life support. It's dead. He's dying. He's 1-2. I feel he's had one good week, right? In the first 3 weeks, just happened. His team. The only time his team was healthy was against me, right? Otherwise, I could be 2-1. Yeah, Duncan. Sorry. Hopefully, better times are ahead, but probably not for the foreseeable future. Don't look now. I mean, Duncan might fuck around and do something here. Now, you know, Duncan, somehow, some way, Duncan finds another way to win. 6-game winning streak. This guy just made himself into the record books. 6 wins or more, 6 losses or more, you get in the record books. He's on it. He's in it. Duncan's team was dead. It was dead. He's 8-4. He only has 517 points scored. He's got the least amount of points against, 410, by a large margin. How is he the Chiefs? I mean, how long is his magic going to continue? How long is his magical run going to continue for Duncan? He's fighting for a damn bye. He could get a bye. Duncan, remember at the beginning of the season? Wow, isn't that crazy? Scared to change his lineup. That's what's going to kill Duncan, I think, this season. He's scared. He's scared to make a trade. He's scared to make a lineup change. He wants to just keep rolling with the status quo, rolling as is. And hey, it's working. It's working. Is that gonna hold up? How long? I don't know, Jim. You know. We'll give Duncan a solid. I'll give him a C+. He's got good players. Are they all in the right places? Probably not. C+, you know, fringe playoff team, could potentially get to the, you know, top if he makes the right moves this season, I think. Will he? Probably not. Next here, we got the return. Big shout out to Hawk rejoining the league officially. Was there for just draft day. Wish we could have got him a little bit more. Some miscommunication. Life happens. But glad he get hit. And boy, I tell you, Hawk was ready to go. He was ready to pick every time. He wasn't wasting any time. He knew his guys on his board, and he was taking them. Placing D-Shade. D-Shade was the champion. The runner-up. Was in the championship game 2 years in a row. This guy, runner-up back-to-back years, and somehow wants to quit the league for whatever reason. More power to him. Actually, I don't even know what your team name is, Hawk. I forgot. I got to be in the league a little bit for me to learn you. Hawk my Tua, of course. Hawk my Tua, and didn't even end up with Tua. Shame on you. Ought to change your team name already. But of course, you know, viral sensation, Hawk Tua girl. Hopefully, Hawk's daughters don't end up like the Hawk Tua girl, right? You know, maybe keep your daughters in mind, right? Hawk, when you're naming your team, right? Come on, I thought you were a family guy, right? Hawk my Tua. Great example for your girls. Great example, right? Don't let them see your team name, please. I can't think of anything. I don't want to be too mean to Hawk. Hawk's a nice guy. I like Hawk, right? I like him. You know, how does Hawk weather the storm that's coming for him? Hawk taking his second quarterback before some guys even have one. Don't do that, guy, all right? You come in here, this is how you want to return? You like that? No. And 2 tight ends. I told him too. It's like, we don't really do that in this league, you know. And what does he do? I feel like the next 2 picks, he takes his second quarterback, and then, you know, a couple rounds later, or no, back-to-back picks, takes his second quarterback and his second tight end. I literally think just the round before I told him that information. And so, yeah, funny guy. Hawk's a funny guy, isn't he? In my opinion, he doesn't really have a second running back. In my opinion, he doesn't really have a solid, reliable wide receiver 3. He doesn't really have a solid, reliable flex. And these are concerning things, right? These are concerning things whenever you're talking about the playoffs. Good for Hawk. Congratulations, Hawk, for breaking 100 points. Good job, buddy. You know, Hawk is probably the worst 0-2 team. Not good. It's not good. It's not. Hawk's 0-2. Hawk is clearly the front runner, in my opinion, for horse ass. At least he broke 100 points this week, but he's averaging 93 points on the season. So, and I don't know where the help is coming from to get him out of that rut. And he's getting his ass kicked right now by a drunk Connor Plunk in CFB 25. Jesus Christ, 47-13. Yikes, Hawk. Yikes. How did I almost lose to you, buddy? That's an ass whooping. And I just don't see it getting much better for Hawk. I mean, I just don't. I'm going to be straight up with you. I told several guys today I think Hawk has a very high potential to go winless. I don't think it'll happen. It's never happened in this league. I think you would literally have to just not check your team. Eventually, you're going to luck into a win, or 2 or 3. But it's not good. I mean, that team, nobody in the league should be scared of that team, right? Hawk really has to hit the waivers hard over the next couple weeks, and trying to find gold anywhere he can, because without it, if his team stays the way that it is, it's not going to be competitive, and it's going to be a very, very strong contender for horse ass. Very strong. Very, very strong contender for horse ass. So there's your bulletin board material, Hawk. Let's see what you do with it, right? Don't look now. Hawk's the hottest team in the league. Don't look now, but Hawk's the hottest. He's on a heater, folks. Maybe one of the best heaters we've seen. 3-game losing streak. Back from the dead at 0-2. Scoring at or below 100 points. Looking like easily horse ass, easily worst team in the league. And he's done nothing but prove the haters and doubters, of which there are many, wrong. The last 2 weeks on the backs, last 3 weeks really. I think it's an average team. I think it's Hawk, right? This is what Hawk gave us for years and years. Just a nice, consistent. At the time I think it was like a 7-6, maybe a 6-7. Every now and again, maybe dip down to 5 wins or 7 wins or 8 wins potentially. Kind of like Arkansas, maybe, where Arkansas should kind of be living, right? Arkansas football. So, I think that Hawk can definitely make the playoffs with this team. Will he is to be determined. But I'll give him probably a C. Just give him an average C grade there. Next here, we got the champ, the back-to-back champ, the Swamp Donkeys. Eeyaw, eeyaw. And boy, looks like he's the number 1 team again, folks. I mean, don't know how he keeps doing it. Blaine aiming to keep his hope of a three-peat alive. So a lot of upside. Maybe too much, right? If the guys hit, ooh, buddy, it's a wrap again. This season's going to go exactly how last season went. If the luck doesn't run out. And to me, this is almost like a heat check team, right, for me. I think Blaine is almost giving us a little bit of a heat check, saying, let's just see. What do I have to lose, right? What do I have to lose? This team's not going to win horse ass. It's not bad enough to win horse ass, right, with enough core pieces that he has. So why not just swing for the fences and see how much luck I can really have? Because that's a big part of this game. Blaine realizes that. He knows he's gotten lucky with injuries the last couple seasons. Hey, he's playing fast and loose. He's got a baby on the way, and maybe his luck will run out. Maybe it won't. Like I said, there's question marks. All right, I said this team's really good. It is really good. It's got a lot of talent on it, right? Talent doesn't always equate to wins. Okay, this is a team that I could very easily see struggle to make a playoff spot, just as easily as I could see it, contend for a title, a three-peat, second three-peat in league history. Blaine is easily one of the best 1-4 teams that we have, and maybe we've ever had. You look at the talent up and down this roster, it's definitely capable of winning a lot of games. I think getting hot. Blaine's team, I think honestly, it's easily with a healthy T. Higgins and a wants to play football T. Higgins. I mean, he's got the second best. He's got the second best, arguably maybe the first 1A, 1B, him and Connor rosters in the league. And I don't know how these guys just keep getting away with it. I don't know. I don't get it. It's obviously a big, what does that say about us? We can't prevent this from happening year after year after year for the last fucking 5 years, these two guys. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I want somebody to rise up and put a stop to this shit, please. Daddy old Blaine Hill, Mr. Blaine Hill, the Swamp Donkeys, of course. First 200-point game in years. We've had people flirt with it. The Swamp Donkeys finally eclipsed the 200 century mark, 202 to 113. Huge win for the Swamp Donkeys. Our back-to-back champ, Blaine, sneaking in there as the at-large team based on having the second highest point total on the season, despite having the most points against and being 6-8. He finds his way in through this new format that we decided to implement this year. That he would not have been in the playoffs if we had not implemented this rule this year. But it's fair, right? This team's really fucking good. It should be in. He should be in. He should be in, right? A team like this, it should be in. And that's why we put the rule in, right? And sometimes maybe teams, also were top 5 in scoring, maybe they don't get in because of that, right? But, I think I got to give this one a solid, I'm going to give it a B. I think I'm going to give this one a solid B for Blaine. B for Blaine. Right. I think that he's very, very much in the mix. Very much in the mix. Strong championship contender if things go right. Next here we got the Dirty Birds of War. That wide receiver room could be really good. Could be really bad. Those 3, Drake, Malik, and JJ, they could be really good. You know what I mean? 2 of them don't have quarterbacks. Let's see how good they are, right? Achan, is it gonna be a 3-headed monster? Is he gonna stay healthy, right? Joe Mixon, is he gonna be the guy, right? Has he lost it? Has he lost his fastball? So a lot of questions for me. Is Jalen Hurts gonna be good without Kelsey, without the tush push, without having maybe as much running going on, with a new offense? Is he going to pass more? Can he pass more? These are questions that need to be asked, right, of Connor's team. I think it looks good on paper. It looks sexy. Looks like, if I'm just a casual fan, I'd be like, oh my God, this is the best team maybe in the league, right? This is probably the best draft. I'm not a casual, right? None of us are casuals, right? You can see, if you peel behind the curtain, you can see maybe there's some potential cracks could be forming. And, a guy like Plunk, he loves value, right? He just can't turn it away when he sees a good value. You'll get your fab, Connor. Don't worry about it. I got my best guys on it. I got Duncan on it. So, checks in the mail. Connor's average points, meanwhile, was 154. Wonder why he's 2-0. Pretty fucking good, isn't he? 97% start set accuracy because his bench is just the worst maybe in the whole league. So, anyway, whatever. Congrats. Good job, buddy. Golly, bro, you're abusing the hell out of that auto sub, aren't you, buddy? Be a man. Set your own lineup, all right? Don't you let the computer set your lineup for you. Dirty Birds, they beat the fuck out of Duncan, 152 to 87. Plunk's the best team in the league, 3-0. Team's a wagon. Clearly, this team really, really likes players who are pieces of shit, humans. And they brought Kareem Hunt back, and Kareem is the guy. He's the guy now. The rich just get richer, man. He took a gamble on Kareem. It paid off. He got him for less than half of what I paid for Steele, and triple, quadruple, infinite the production. Achan got concussed early in the game. It looks like, as much as my players love fumbling the ball, Connor's players love getting concussed. So they play with their heads, right? Not their hearts. His starting lineup is arguably the best in the league when it's clicking. I don't want to crown his ass, but he's definitely one of the top contenders for a title. I don't think there's any denying that. I mean, this guy's averaging 150 points a game, right? This guy's good, man. He's good. This team's really, really fucking good. Gonna be tough to beat. Achan, just the freaking little demon monster at football. I mean, Hurts is just, playing out of his mind the last 2 weeks from a fantasy perspective. It's tough, man. It's scary. Scary. I don't want it. Punk's projected 156. Doesn't even have a flex. He doesn't even have a flex in there, guys. You kidding me? Just ho-hum. It's a pedestrian. It's gotten I don't know if Connor even really cares about this league, how easy it's become for him over the last month. I mean, he's just cranking out 140 points, 150 points. Like he's cranking his hog on a Tuesday night, So Connor's fine. He's still, in my opinion, my mind, the front runner to win the whole shebang. But hey, weeks like these happen, right? Weeks like these happen. You never know. Even gods can bleed, right? Even a god can bleed. I mean, he's lost 3 games this season, guys. I mean, he's not untouchable. Like Lord Voldemort and Harry Potter. I can touch you now. Thinking, hey, they've been on cruise control, guys. Let's just be honest. The Dirty Birds have been on cruise control pretty much the vast majority of this season, right? I mean, it's been extremely low maintenance for Connor. He's made a couple snake oil trades, right? He's had a couple. He's not really had any good waiver wire pickups. He had a solid draft. He supplemented that with a couple good trades, and even one trade that really didn't work out for him. But maybe getting a little nervous, maybe taking the eye off the ball a little bit. You never know. I'm glad I don't have to deal with that money stuff anymore. To be quite honest, I hated paying Connor. I really did. Really towards the end, especially the end of his three-peat, I really just despised paying him any money. You can ask him. It took a while to get his most recent championship winnings. But whatever. He's great, right? 182. I mean, this guy's he's cruise control. He's cruise control. That's what he ought to change his team name to. CC, cruise control. Connor Plunk. CP, cool people crew. Cool people crew, right? Connor Plunk, cruise control. It's the signs are all around us, folks, right? The signs are all around us. It's just tough, man. That's going to be tough to beat. He's got 3 high-quality starting running backs. He's got 4 or 5, 4 really high-quality starting wide receivers. He's got one of the best tight ends in the league. He's got one of the best quarterbacks in the league. There's a reason he's 10-3, folks. There's a reason why he has more points by about 180 points, difference. I mean, it's a lot. That's a lot of points. That's almost. Some people, it takes them 2 games to get that many points, right? The only guy who has three-peated. This is a legacy game for Connor. This is something that Connor wants to keep that. He wants to keep that title. He wants to keep only having, be the only guy to ever win 3 in a row. If Blaine does it, right, it kind of devalues Connor's a little bit, right? Because, when Connor did it, I mean, we let alone 3 in a row, let alone we haven't had a back-to-back. He was the first guy to go back-to-back, I think, really in the modern era. And to have another guy immediately come in off the heels of his three-peat and do it, I think, not even waiting 4 or 5, 10 years down the road. I mean, to do it, bang, right that, back-to-back. Again, it's a huge also testament to all how shitty and shit all of us are. That these guys, we let these guys come in here and run this league like they have for the last 5 years. It's unacceptable. It's really quite outrageous to me. And hand up, I'm obviously one of the main reasons why this has continued to have happened. Plunk wouldn't have won the titles that he won. It doesn't happen unless if I don't trade Alvin Kamara for Andy Dalton to Duncan, then I'm going to give Connor a B-. A B-. The names are still the names keep you out of the C range, but B-. I think could have been a little bit better. Fringe playoff team, probably fringe to solid playoff contender, I would say. Should be back in the playoffs this year, wouldn't surprise me. Next here, we got doesn't contribute. Doesn't contribute, what's new, right? Most of you guys, now I know not all of you watch the videos every week. Craig. We're the San Diego State frauds. The fraudsters, Craig. I love you, Craig, even though, Listen, all right, I told you I love you. I want to put this behind me. I'm gonna move on from it. The Pizzagate's over, right? Pizzagate's over. Just got to get your guys. This was a got to get your guy draft from Craig. That being said, I'm going to be nice to Craig since I was mean to him. Craig's just got to find a way to stay 500, right? That's what he is. He's Jeff Fisher. That's his award. We might as well rename that the Jeff Craig Salvatore Fisher Award. I mean, because this guy's a dynasty. He's won it almost every single year it's been in existence. For Craig, he falls to 2-2. Jeff Fisher, this is who he is, guys. He's going to win next week against me, or this week against me, and he's going to lose whoever he plays next, right? I'm going to go with Craig. I think Craig pulls off the upsets, puts Plunk on a 2-game losing streak, and cements himself there at the clear top of the table, number one, because I just think it'd be funny to see if he can actually. How much pull does the Jeff Fisher factor have? I want to know. I want to know how high it can go for it to potentially be pulled down. Not saying that it's going to happen. Not saying I want to see it happen. The thing I just did. It'd be curious to see, right? Research, purely research, engineer mind research, right? It'd be an interesting hypothesis to test, right? Drastically underperforming. One of them undershot their projection by almost over 40 points. Right on Brandford doesn't contribute, doesn't score points. Yikes. Craig, this is where Craig's step is going to fall back to 500. No, Craig. For Craig, he's now lost 2 in a row. Tick, 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 tick. Jeff Fisher alert. He's now 6-5. He's 1 game away from that magical record. You'd hate to see it. Everybody's been saying you'd hate to see it. I don't know, Jim. I don't know. I hate seeing Craig lose. I hate that. I hate seeing that. Right? He's a good guy, Craig. He's my buddy. He used to live down here. We used to hang out maybe once or twice. We got to go with Craig. He's got to bounce back. Craig's not going to fall to 500 against Ford. This is the bounce back game. This is the get right game. This is the Louisiana Tech on the schedule, right? Woo! Doesn't contribute. Doesn't like being above 500. The father figures versus doesn't contribute. Arguably, maybe one of the biggest upsets so far of the season. Ford wins 141-123 to drop Craig to a 3-game losing streak. 3-game. Get your 3 goggles on. To get to 6-6. He found his way. And listen, all right, listen. I wasn't saying I wanted to see this, guys. You listen, if you watch the State of the Union, no. I did not say that I want to see this. I just said it would be funny if this were to play out this way, and especially to have Ford be the one to put you on this 3-game losing streak to fall to 6-6. All right, Craig has cemented himself on the ballot for the Jeff Fisher Award. He's back on there. There's a chance 3 weeks ago he might have finally got himself off the ballot, but 6-6 with only 2 weeks left in the regular season. You're on that ballot again, buddy. Can the dynasty continue? Let's see. I'd love to see it. Let's see. All right. Get back to bringing that wood. Apologies for the delay. Sorry, Craig. I was talking too much good shit about your team. I had to stop myself real quick. Yeah, I think Craig, low key, might be my favorite draft of any team this season. I'm kind of flirting around with maybe giving him an A-. I can't do that, right? I don't know though. But he did get pizza for the guys. I said I'm putting Pizzagate behind me. A- for Craig. A-. His best draft maybe ever. I forgot to mention too, Craig got sniped like 3 times. It was fucking hilarious. Right before he was about to pick. Coming in, going out. Just almost brought him to his knees a couple times. Him getting sniped. It was kind of funny. The McConkiners. Kept that rolling this season. Good, nice to see some consistency there from JD. Tight ends, you got TJ Hawkinson and Pat Fryermuth. That's the worst tight end room in the league as it currently stands. Put Jahmyr Gibbs in your starting running back slot, JD. Don't be disrespectful like how Blaine was last year playing Puka in his flex. All right? Just don't do that. No. Yeah, I mean, JD's got. It's what JD does, man. I mean, he's just got an incredibly solid team, year in, year out. This guy's he's got a shot. I mean, he started off pretty hot, right? He started off 4-0. Okay, JD started off 4-0, and he is now 1-4 in his last 5 to get to 5-4. So not good, not what you want to see. Certainly, Kyler Murray. Call of Duty's out. What does Kyler Murray do? Right, Black Ops 6 is supposed to be the best Call of Duty game in 10 years, right? That's what they're saying. That's what the kids are saying on the street, right? And sure enough, the slide starts. JD, he's ripped. Right? This guy's ripped from last season. He's got a negative 106 point differential, right on pace with what Rip was last season. He has the third least amount of points scored in the league, third lowest points for in the league. But he has the middle of the pack points against. Stop! If you heard this, it's Rip. It's Rip. Yeah, Scooby Doo. Pull off the McCockner's mask, and who's underneath? Oh, it's Discount Double Check, or Can You Feel the Love from last year, right? It's uncanny that JD keeps getting away with this. The fraud meter continues to rise for JD, unfortunately for him. I mean, I don't want to say bad things, JD, but your team it's a fraud. It's fraud. It's a fraud. 6-5. JD has scored the second. He has the second least amount of points scored on the season by only 4 points. He is almost dead last in points scored. He has a negative 135 point differential, and somehow he's still 6-5. Surprisingly, JD for not scoring very much over the season, he's boom or bust, right? He's admittedly boom or bust, but whenever his team is on and can hit on all cylinders, his team can beat almost anybody in the league, right? So I think, JD, he didn't deserve to be in this year. He had like a negative point differential, 140 point differential, just like Rip did last year. Seems to happen every year. For JD, I think it's an okay team. I think it's a fringe playoff team. It's a consistent team. JD always just drafts an extremely consistent team. I think this is another one, and I think this is a solid B. Solid B for JD. Next here we got what's his name now? I know he changed it. He has no team name still in Sleeper. This guy is my fucking assistant to the commish, and he can't even set a team name. He can't even write a team name down. Concussion protocol. It's back, right? Concussion protocol. Put your team name in Sleeper, Nick. Little Nicholas. All right? Come on. I can't believe I was taking some fucking lip from a guy who doesn't even have an avatar, let alone a damn real team name. Please, look at this. Focus in. Focus in, camera. Focus in right there. Come on. Give it to me. Focus. Focus. You're shitting me. Look at this. It's right here, right in front of your face. The glare. I don't want you to focus on the glare. I want you to focus on the phone. All right, fuck him. Nick Wheeler doesn't have his name set whenever we are 1 day away from games starting. He doesn't have his avatar in there, a team picture, and it's pretty damn embarrassing. Not on my watch, buddy. All right, get the shit fixed. Pathetic. And bad karma, I can only assume, will be coming. People say I give out too much bonus fab. Well, guess what? Now I can start taking it away. All right? I can take it away. I can be the bad guy, or I can be the candy man, giving out, hey, 5 fab for you. Hey, 10 fab for you. Hey, 25 fab. Why not, right? That's fun. This isn't fun. I don't want to take Fab away from people for nothing. All right? But I will. I can and I will. All right? So, Dirty Birds versus Team In Wheels 712. Wonder who invited this guy. What a fucking disgrace. This guy is the assistant to the commissioner, right? And to be the last one to make your team name, not even have a team pick, it just shows a wanton disrespect for the league, because this is just an affront to justice, is what this is. It's an affront to all that's well and good about this league, and I won't stand for it. No one else needed plunk and a route, big time. Two big titans, two former heavyweights who have been struggling horrifically the last 2 seasons. They have both missed the playoffs the last 2 seasons. These guys have the longest made playoff streak in league history. These two guys, in the last 2 years, they've done nothing but piss down their legs. Oh man, so many people score so many points against me. Oh, boo-hoo. Boo-hoo, Nick. All right? Punk's going to rout you. It's not even going to be close. I look at it. But for Nick, 68% start-sit accuracy. A lot of points left on the bench. A lot of points. Isaiah Likely, 28 points. I don't know what you're thinking, starting Mark Andrews over Isaiah Likely. I mean, what are you doing, guy? And then, sitting Jaden Reed down, he got 34 points. Just an electric factory, this guy is. 9 of 19 for 212. And he gets 33 points. I mean, that's fantasy, guys. I mean, that's nuts. That's not sustainable. Surely not. But, dog shit, throw up all over themselves, throwing up blood, pissing blood, losing his, team of the week. For him's team of the week. The two-tone hog maul. He's 81.35 points. But, it's just, it's not, he's not in a good place right now, Nick's team. He's just not. It's really pathetic. So, anyway, Nick's team's dog shit. It really isn't very good at all. I mean, it's almost like he's just trying to be too smart he's too smart for his own good, right? I think this has kind of been a theme for Nick this season, is constantly leaving players on the bench that outperform. And Nick, can he do it? He used to be one of the best in-season managers we've ever had. But he's, this year seems to be a real struggle for him. And it's like he had probably one of his better drafts, and now he's struggling with the in-season management. Whenever he has bad drafts, he has great in-season management. It's almost like he can't have both, right? Must have been part of the deal with the devil that he made. So, kind of turned the ship around a little bit after really struggling the last couple of weeks. So that was nice to see the old scamp there kind of show some life. Unfortunately for him, it didn't result in a victory this time. But, there's always next week, right? So he seems to perform his best whenever he has nothing to play for these last few years. And that's where he gets his lucky. It looks like maybe he had to dust off the old devil magic and say, hey, brother, I need you here. I need you one last time, right? But it seems done. So he's out of the playoffs, I think, for what, the third? Is this the third straight year now? Third year in a row for Nick to miss the playoffs? Whew, how the mighty have fallen, right? This used to be a former all-time great, right? And for that reason, I'm gonna give him a C. We're gonna give Nick a solid C. And he will be a fringe playoff contender just because of the wide receivers, but it could go bad quick. Next year, Flo's Fury, new team name on that one. I liked it. Flo's middle finger flipping the world off, just like he wants to flip off the haters, of which there are many of his team. It looked like Wilson had the game in his hands. He's had Saquon Barkley, third down conversion, catch the ball. Eagles win. Wilson wins. Saquon drops it. Now the Falcons have a chance. The first drive, bang, Pitts gets a 10-yard, 11-yard catch for a first down. The game swings back in Rip's favor. And then Darnell Mooney banged again. And then the next thing you know, Rip's dead. Right? Rip's dead. Wilson finds some way to get to 2-0. Talk about getting off to hot starts. I mean, man, this is where it kind of falls apart for Wilson's team, doesn't it?
So Commissioner here, coming at you for a little weekend. Just kidding. It's me. Cheers. It is I, the reigning points against champion, coming at you from Flo's Fury's headquarters, her room. She's very gracious enough to let me use this space to address you all. I wanted to get on a video here and say hello to all you, but to mainly address, a couple things. First of all, Laz being like, oh, no one watches my videos. No one watches my videos. Well, maybe it's because they don't want to see your mug that much, okay? We love seeing Erica, but we kind of want to see some dudes, all right? This is a dudes league run by dudes, for dudes. I mean, gay or straight, dudes love dudes. Let's just be honest, call it what it is, okay? We need more dudes on the vids, so I stepped up to be that dude. But bring that wood. We had a couple trades recently. One happened a couple weeks ago, was kind of, it was okay. It was not that good. Between me and Plunk, I was trying to avoid the snake oil salesman of, Sir Nicholas and the now father Blaine. Those are two patent snake oil salesmen, but I discovered a new one myself. So, as much as I love Deontay Johnson, and as much as Nick keeps telling me to cut him, Nick keeps saying, he's cut bait. Plunk wanted to cut him. He's cut bait. You better cut him. He's cut bait. I'm like, he's not fucking cut bait. Well, guess what? He is fucking cut bait. But I can't let him go. I can't let Nick be right, but he's probably going to be cut. Other than that, trades have been here and there. Oh, actually, Savoy had a good trade a while back. He was, he's down there, but his team is coming up. He's got some dudes, okay? Dudes. Let me think. I mean, Duncan, fucking Duncan, what, 7-4? How the fuck? He was like not 7-4 a couple weeks ago, okay? But Duncan's up there. What the fuck? We got Ian, he's down, but he always finds a way. JD, same thing. He always finds a way. Excuse me. Who else do we got? Oh, well, down there at the bottom, it's myself, Josh, and the commissioner basically sucking and fucking each other all the way to horse's ass per usual. And of course, Plunk, Master Plunk at the top, whatever, Blaine, whatever. He's bitching and moaning. Well, guess what? He's right the fuck up there too. It's been a great season. We've only got a couple weeks left, but oh, here's what I'm gonna do next year. I'm gonna quit the league and rejoin it, just so I can be like Hawk and D Shade and miraculously have one of the best teams and make the playoffs on their first year. No, but I love you guys. I had to hop in here to bring that wood. Been a great season. We'll see y'all soon.
Finally ran out of that maker's mark that Wilson was so kind to bequeath me. Wilson, he's just the gift that keeps on giving. Am I right? For not just me, for a lot of people. So, and for Wilson, I mean Saquon and Lamar, right? Kind of the two lone bright spots on his team, right? What would happen to his team if he were to lose one of those players, right? What would happen? I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. Without Saquon, this is a very bad week. This is a very, very bad week. And this could potentially be a very, very bad team, potentially, without Saquon. Maybe one of these guys, maybe, I don't. Oh my God, he's out of money. Is he the first guy to run out of money? He spent all of his money today. Whoa. That's dangerous. Does he have a? He doesn't have a backup quarterback. This is Savoy watch now. Holy shit. He doesn't have a backup quarterback. Lamar's buys are. Lamar hasn't had his bye. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Wilson. Oh, I'd love to be playing him in week 14. Oh, my God. Wowzers. He's out of money. And he has no backup quarterback. I don't know if he even realized that. Wow. Okay. Well, we'll cross that bridge here in a couple weeks. Yeah, I don't know. It's just not a sexy team to me. It's a very Wilson team to me with these picks. So we're gonna have to give Wilson a probably. We'll give him a C minus. C minus. He'll be down there with me. Battling for horse ass, I think. Next here, Savoy again. I just feel so. I got to learn you guys new team names. Stroud Boys. Stroud Boys, stand up, of course. Since Savoy is certainly a historian of this league. He spends a lot of time, a lot of effort and energy researching the league's history and keeping up with it and tracking it in different ways. And I'm very appreciative of him for that. But took Jaden Daniels in the 8th round. Very perplexing to me. It's very pissed me off because I thought either Jaden or Kyler was going to fall back around to the 8th and 9th and I could gobble him up. I think for Savoy, it's time to embrace his true QB1. There's maybe 2 quarterbacks that you should start over Jaden Daniels the rest of the season. They're not on Savoy's roster. They're not. Jaden Daniels should not leave. I don't care how good C.J. Stroud's matchups are. Jaden Daniels should not leave his starting lineup unless he's on bye or injured. And he needs to change his name from the Stroud Boys to something else because Stroud has forsaken him. The Golden Path, newly rebranded the Golden Path, 3rd team name change officially for Savoy this season. Went from Stroud Boys to Stroud Boys to the Golden Path. Of course, the one game I missed, game of the week. Should have known better that Savoy never performs in the game of the week. He loses. He's actually the dog shit team of the week, but I'm not going to go too bad on him. Savoy falls to 2-5, last place. His projection was 153, folks. 153. He undershot his projection by almost a full 100 points. What? Bad coaching, bad leadership? Maybe he needs to be at this class. I don't know. Clearly, his team's not responding to him. That's what I see. That's what I see. And it's not much better on the bench. CJ's not been good this year at all. I mean, quarterback 12, 10 points from him. Jalen Warren only 9 points. Trey Tucker 9 points. Vele 3 points. Hopkins irrelevant. Olave hurt. Pacheco dead. It's very disheartening. On paper, he's got a solid team. He's got a better than a 2-6 team, right? They're just not playing like that right now. And they might not play like that the rest of the season. They might keep playing like this the rest of the season. So, yeah, you hate to see it. Right up there on top of the list of things you hate to see is this. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. I mean, this guy, for some reason, Savoy's still carrying 3 quarterbacks. Why he's doing that is beyond me. Not good. Not good. So, I damn sure guarantee I know what he's going to do this week. He's going to drop a big fat pile of shit whenever certain owners need him to desperately need him to win, and probably score 70 points and just embarrass himself and his family. And I'm sure it's probably not going to come back to bite any other owners who might potentially need him to win. So, although I'm rooting for you, Savoy. But again, like I said, what does Savoy do whenever you need him most? Avatar. He vanished, right? He's gone. So, he gave a valiant effort. 154, no Jaden Daniels this week. And then T. Higgins. Very on brand for T. Guy who doesn't like playing football. 5 targets. He had 2 drops. He dropped a touchdown. He dropped a catch earlier. like I said, Jamar Chase had 18 targets. This was T's worst game that he has played in all season. His previous low had been 7.9 points. All he had to do was basically get that, and Savoy wins this game. And it's when you need him most, he vanished. That's what T does. That's what T. Higgins does. That's who he is as a football player. I think I can only give him a C+. I think he's a fringe playoff team. I think I'll be right there kind of battling out for Jeff Fisher this year, to be quite honest. And then finally, all you need is love. Finally, get your guy, Rip. Takes Jordan Love to get him on his team. Didn't believe in him last year. Said, Jordan Love, you need to prove it to me. Proved it to him. Changed it from can you feel the love to all you need is love. He's feeling it. He's in the groove. He was nonverbal only a couple times this weekend. You know what I mean? Back to his old tricks. Rip still work for Nestle? I don't know where you guys work. Anyway, I'm going to assume Rip still works at Nestle. I think he's a company man. Rip picked up Velli, Devon Velli, 26-year-old rookie? 26? Get a job. What are you doing? Well, maybe he'll be good. I don't know. But, for Rip, his average points through 2 weeks is only 114. And you can see why he's 0-2. Right? You can see why he's 0-2. 2-1, drop Rip to 0-3. Perfectly familiar territory for Rip. Should not be hitting the panic button at all. Rip obviously went 0-4 last week. Still, somehow, despite a negative 120, negative 300 point differential, still found a way to get into the playoffs. I think he'll probably be just fine. And puke. Gross. But Rip doesn't have any better options. He spends all that money on Alexander Madison. Doesn't even play him. What a coward. Play him, Rip. You won't. I know you won't. He's also got Brandon Ayuk, Christian Watson, Jordan Addison. Oh, God, yuck. Ricky Pearsall, Luke McCaffrey, Jameson Williams. Oh, yuck. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I mean, Rip's wide receiver room is it might be the worst in the league. It is scary thin. It is scary thin. It's a lot of boom bust guys. Rip's not a playoff team, in my opinion. I don't think he's going to get anywhere close. Shouldn't get anywhere close to the playoffs. That's that. So, worst team right now on paper. I don't think it's very much of an argument to be made that all you need is love is the worst team going right now. This team doesn't inspire confidence, and you hate to point the finger, and usually whoever's the worst regular season team never wins the horse ass, right? But if you had to pick, gun to my head, right, I just don't see a world in which, obviously Rip's not going to make the playoffs. I think that's a very, very safe assumption to make, and I think it's going to be very difficult for him to win. Our dog shit, horse ass, throw up all over themselves, going nonverbal, horse shit, horse ass. I can't emphasize enough. Horse ass. Team of the week. All you need is love, Mr. Ian Ripple. The guaranteed horse ass for this season. Don't even need the final week of the regular season to determine this, folks. Rip cements himself as the horse ass. He will be punished accordingly based on different punishments that the league votes on in the end of the year ballot. That's it. Okay, that's it. During the draft, they're exempt unless they lose in the bitch boy bracket. They will be the bitch boy during draft weekend, however long, anytime we're there, you're getting drinks, period. You're making drinks, you're getting drinks, you're doing other duties as assigned, whether that's shuttling picks for remote people, whether that's putting stickers up at people's behest. That's you. That's what you're doing. So just bitch boy alone is obviously, it's not a terrible punishment. You're just getting drinks for your boys, for your bros, right? Who doesn't want to do that? That's just called being a good friend. right? Where I grew up, that's just called being a good friend. Of course, it can get a little hectic when the draft is clicking on all cylinders and you're constantly getting drinks. Little secret, you just make the drinks really strong, and the back half of the draft, you don't have to worry about doing anything. So, it's a little pro tip, insider tip for anybody who happens to wind up with it. Other than that, it's just dog shit. It's just dog shit. Nobody on his bench really inspires a lot of confidence. Nobody in his starting lineup really inspires a lot of confidence. I think that this is a guy who's probably going to lose again next week and fall to 4-10 and further cement his spot and legacy as a horse ass. And I can't wait to see what kind of punishment we cook up for him. Yeah, I don't know. He went big game hunting there later in the draft, and I'm not sure it's going to work out. I got to give Rip a C- as well. I think Rip's going to get a C- for this draft. Don't love it. I think he's going to be maybe a horse ass team as well. I've been depriving y'all of my. I think the London games are done. The England games are done, unfortunately. So, quite sorry about missing that one, you chaps. So I'll just give you a little taste. It's quite a bugger, isn't it? To miss something that I know all of you look so much forward to, and you to enjoy your tea and your crumpets. As you can see, I'm losing it already. Clearly, the British accent hasn't gotten any better, has it? Harry Potter, I get to do my German accent. It's a German game this week. It's a little bit of a preview for you. Yes, I will get more to this in the preview of the week 10 matchups. All right, you got a little taste of my British. It's not very good. It's shite. It's shite. Okay, but the German has been in the lab. It's been perfected, and I will give you more of this a little bit later. Okay. I got a player, Tyrone Tracy, in the Germany game. I don't know if it is in Munich or if it is in is Belfast. Is that in Germany? I think it's in Munich, or is it Berlin? I'm not sure. Regardless, we will have our Lederhosen and our Streusel and a big stein of beer, and we will be bright and early to enjoy some New York Giants and Carolina Panthers football. The NFL was so kind to give us two of their best teams. Isn't it a nice gift that our wonderful friends, the Americans, gave to us? The Panthers and the Giants. I'm so excited. Can you not hear it coming from me, Klaus? Oh, yes, Klaus, your German correspondent. Further bring that wood fantasy football league. So, anyway, I will say Auf Wiedersehen for now, and I will return it to your illustrious commish. And, I think I've given you enough, right? I've given you enough of the nice German flair, and maybe I will be back later this season, right? Germany always will be back, right? Just like our number one export, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I know he's not German, but thank you, Klaus. I appreciate it. Am I being too loud? Sorry, I should close the door. I'm passionate about this, guys, right? I'm passionate about what I do. So, but, everything, I'm a very passionate guy, right? I'm a very passionate guy. And, but just know it's coming from a place of love. We're big into feelings now, right? It's 2024, right? Guys can have feelings too, right? It's okay. Maybe you look like Bobby P, right? Forgot to show that off. Wild Hogs, baby. Bobby P. Never forget. Involved. Who doesn't love good old RBBC, right? The only thing better is you drop the R, right? Yes, Ford knows what I'm talking about. You deviant. So I got this big ass dog. It's just this kid's just outside, just staring at me out the window. Walking his dog. Probably let his dog just take a big old shit in our yard. So what are you gonna do? The draft recap video sponsored by Red Baron Pizza. Red Baron Pizza. This is the brick oven crust pepperoni pizza. Oh, get that back in frame here. Hey, week 1 or week 0. Still trying to catch up here. Pepperoni pizza. Pepperoni's made with pork, chicken, and beef. So a good mixture. You know, you kind of get all the land animals. You see there, the guy's a pilot. You don't think I'm a pilot? The first time we've ever had a sponsor for the draft recap video. So we're breaking new ground here. Calm mealtime chaos with pizza the whole family loves. You see that? The whole family. Red Baron, it's always there for you. It's there for the boys. Whenever sometimes only one free pizza might be available, and it happens to be in the middle of the draft. And, Red Baron's got your back. A little trick Savoy has shown me is buying a little bag of pepperonis and then drizzle them up, get quadruple pepperonis. Some people need more. I understand that. I get that. Savoy, big brain move to do that. So have a slice. Cheers. It's good stuff. I'm sure shit's a lot better than some shitty little local pizza joint, hipster pizza joint. You know what I mean? Game of the week. Our popcorn chicken, fully cooked, Walmart, freshness guaranteed popcorn chicken game of the week. Anytime I go to Walmart and I see these bad boys, I at least get 2 them. I normally get 2. Last time we went, I got 3. You know what I mean? These damn things are just delicious. Sodium, 70%. We're going to ignore that one. Salt's good for you, right? It keeps you healthy. It preserves you, right? It keeps you fresh. Walmart popcorn chicken, the official popcorn chicken of the Bring That Wood Fantasy Football League. Cheers. Yum. I'm about to pop this bad boy in the oven. Not this, of course, but in a pan, in a tin, rather, whatever you call it. Please crisp these up a little bit. Give it to me. Perfect. Our Deep Eddy lemon vodka game of the week. Deep Eddy lemon flavored vodka. It's made in Austin, Texas. Down there in the deep south, Austin, Texas. Deep Eddy. It's a dive bar, isn't it? I believe Blaine and I have been to that bar a few times. Connor actually went with us one time, if I'm not mistaken. 35% alcohol by volume, 70 proof. Distilled 10 times, gluten-free. Don't drink it if you're pregnant. You know the stuff, right? You know the alcohol. You don't want to be drinking and driving and drinking and pregnant. It's just you're going to have a bad time. So anyway, the Deep Eddy lemon-flavored vodka game of the week presented by Austin, Texas. Cheers. Yeah, that's vodka. Woo, that's tart. The blue bunny? The bad bunny? Alright. I kind of ate all the chocolate chips out of it, though. So it's not... Huh? Crumb? Nah. I need stats. I need stats to be able to read off. Anyways, our blue bunny, bed bunny, game of the week, salted caramel craze. It's got sea salt caramel frozen dairy dessert, sea salt caramel swirls. Say that 5 times fast. Chocolate flavored sea salt caramel bunnies. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I haven't seen a single damn bunny. They just been little chocolate chunks and I gobble them up, right? But what you see is what you love, right? What you see is what you love. So grab a spoon, dig in, and see for yourself. Every bite is fun, all right? Buy the bowl full. Years and years with bunny ears since 1913. So they've been doing this a long time, Blue Bunny, all right? Stuff, and this is kind of looking a little worse for the wear, a little worse for the wear. But let's see if I can find some Some chocolate bunnies.
Ooh, it's kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of getting a little old.
What the hell happened to it?
Anyway, cheers.
Can I have a bite? What happened to it? It's supposed to be like smooth. That's not it.
Yeah, definitely time for this to probably find its way to the trash. Give it a quick smell. I think it's fine, maybe. Is that white? Should that be white? I don't know. Maybe that's mold. I probably shouldn't risk it. Our Brindley Gold Shipwreck Coconut Rum Cream Game of the Week. Our family's version of a classic coquito. Coquito. Am I saying that right, I believe? We actually bought this on our honeymoon cruise to the Caribbean. They had a little 2-for-1 special. But anyway, it's pretty good. I usually just drink it straight up. It looks basically just like milk. That's kind of what I think it is. And I do have a shot glass here. Come on. Boop. Look at that. Cute little cork. St. Louis Aquarium. Otter. Favorite animal. Love it. Okay. You want to see it? Can you see it? I don't want to spill it out. Yeah, you can't even see it. It's white. That's all it is, right? W-H-I-T. You can kind of see a little bit on the... Yeah, see that? There it is. Cheers. Yum. Very smooth, very creamy. Bailey's. Pringles, game of the week. Pringles original. A lot of people don't like these. They're very polarizing chip, I find. Honestly, and I'm to be quite candid, I do prefer the Lay's stacks. I think that, you just get a little bit more flavor in them. I don't know who even makes Pringles. Does Pringles make Pringles? I guess. Are they their own thing? I guess they're their own thing. I guess they're not under an umbrella. That's interesting to me. It's got some fat. It's got some saturated fat. It's got the sodium. You get it. It's salt. It's chips. So, anyway, Pringles, the official potato crisp of the Bring That Wood Fantasy Football League. Cheers. I'll do something funny for y'all. Special State of the Union. Hey, look, I got. Huh. Just something fun. Fun for the kids. Show your kids. I bet they'll love that. I bet it'll make their night. So. All right, and then that brings us to our game of the week. Craig will appreciate this sponsor. And actually, I picked this sponsor out before I even came to this conclusion, but he's gonna love this. Clinky. Look at that. That's pretty sick. And our new fridge makes circle ice cubes. It's pretty sweet. Moving on up, baby. Our Screwball game of the week. Screwball peanut butter whiskey. It's got this fun little, stuff there on the inside. You can read all about it if you want. Official, the commish was comprised of Screwball. I got to thank Craig for putting me onto this several years ago. It's really, really good. Look at that. I mean, so cool. Look at that. We got the little stamp on there. Screwball peanut butter whiskey. I mean, what more is there to say? It's delicious. It's just a nice. You put it on some rocks, and you sit back and you enjoy. So anyway, Screwball, the official peanut butter whiskey of the Bring That Wood Fantasy Football League. It's a good pour. ASMR. Cheers. It's a big one. It's a hot one. It's getting cold outside, but it is still hot in the fantasy world. Bring That Wood League. Our Mike's Hot Honey game of the week, infused with chiles. Mike's Hot Honey. It's made with honey and chili peppers. That's it. Simple ingredients, right? Actually, Has a little bit of vinegar in there too, of course. Don't feed this honey to children under 1 year old. It might kill them. It's got a lot of sugars, 32%. No added sugars, though, so it's all natural. You got to love that. This one, I think it's not my favorite, I think. I had some really good hot honey in St. Louis, right outside the stadium. But, and I've tried to chase that experience ever since. I haven't gotten close. Maybe it's because I was so drunk that week. That could have been part of a contributing factor. And maybe some other substances, potentially. Legal, of course. But, enjoyed on pizza, fried chicken, cheese, tea, salad, ice cream, fruit, roasted veggie, seafood, yogurt, ribs, oatmeal, cocktails. Interesting. So anyway, Mike's Hot Honey, the official hot honey for now. Of the Bring That Wood Fantasy Football League. So, cheers. Huh. Yeah. It's sweet, isn't it? I think it's almost a little too sweet. Maybe I should try the hotter version, but it is still kind of a little hot. So, I've never really done this, but our Jif Creamy Peanut Butter Game of the Week. Jif Creamy Peanut Butter. See the side for recipes where you can make peanut butter pretzel bites. Doesn't that just sound delicious? For best results, we recommend using square pretzels, but then they show the twists. And so a little bit of false advertising there, a little bit of false marketing. So anyway, yeah, Jif Peanut Butter, the official peanut butter of the Bring That Wood Fantasy Football League. Come on, get over there. Cheers. Couldn't tell you the last time I had straight peanut butter. It's been a long time. Maybe the first time ever. Probably not, but it's been a long time. The Clash of the Titans, the Maple Grove Farms 100% pure maple syrup game of the week. America's #1 maple syrup brand. How about that? Did not realize that. I've never really heard of this brand. Ingredients, just one. Pure maple syrup. Doesn't get much simpler than that, folks. This is made in St. Johnsbury, Virginia, I think. Virginia Tech, Vermont. Duh. VA is Virginia, Vermont, VT. So Virginia Tech. There's about 12 serving size, refrigerate. Oh, this is supposed to be refrigerated after being opened. Probably why it's so liquidy. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be, because this was open a while ago, guys. This is, it's not been opened recently. Well, what the hell, right? If I go out this way, I go out this way. So, whatever. Maple Grove Farms, maple syrup, the official maple syrup of the Bring That Wood Fantasy Football League. Cheers. Yeah, maple syrup should not look like this, right? It should not have this level of viscosity. So, cheers. Blech. Okay. I just did just a little bit, just in case, just to limit me ending up in the emergency room getting my stomach pumped later tonight. Hate it or love it, at least you watched, right? And as always, woo pig. Fuck T. Higgins.